Hello everyone, this is Vishwas and welcome back to our Webpack series. If you are following along with me, till now as a part of this playlist, we focused on creating our application build for development first and then we worked on optimizing our build for production. We started with Webpack basics where we discuss about the Webpack configuration and entry and output parameters. Then we worked on loaders. Then we worked on different plugins. Then we talk about the possible minification and optimization for production. We also covered about the Webpack dev server, then development versus production mode. We also talk about the tree shaking. Then we talk about the implementing the caching. We discuss on code splitting, bundle analysis, lazy loading, source map, and much more. And we optimized our bundle for production use. Now our bundle is ready for production use. And now we will see how exactly we can deploy our build or application to the server so that end user or people can access or use it online. As we discussed, Webpack creates a build with static files only. That means it's having the file with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, images, and other file types, right? And when we talk about the static sites or static apps, that means the site with static content and no backend involved in it. So as a part of today's and few upcoming videos, we will only focus on few popular options to deploy the static apps. And then in the upcoming videos, we will discuss on how exactly we can deploy the dynamic sites or the sites with backend when we create the such kind of applications. Now, when we talk about the static web apps deployment, there are multiple providers to deploy our changes to production, including GitHub Pages, Google Firebase, Surge, Amazon S3, and many more. And we will start our deployment with very simple, popular, and minimal configuration option, that is Surge. First, let me go to the VS Code and show application in short. If you are following along with me, like we are continue working on this kind of folders in our Webpack series. And today I have created completely new folder, that is Webpack deployment. And here we will run our build in production mode. That means if you go to our package.json and look for build command, we are basically running our Webpack in the production mode. And once that is done, we will simply create the dist folder and we will deploy this dist folder to the server. And then we will serve our application from this dist folder. If you following along with me, now you are clear with the Webpack configuration and basically this dist folder is contain the entire bundle or the file or the code to run our application. And this bundle is optimized, minified, and having the code that is ready for production. Now, first, let's understand a little bit about the Surge. Let me go to the Chrome. If you look at here, we have surge.sh as a official website for it. It is basically the platform for static web publishing for front-end developers. When we talk about the Surge, Surge is a platform designed for deploying the static website or static web apps quickly and easily. It is known for its simplicity, speed, and minimal configuration. And Surge is basically used to publish the static asset like HTML, CSS, JavaScript for free and having simple command line interface. When we want to deploy our application with the help of Surge, we need to install Surge first. For that, the command is simple. We need to install the Surge globally. Let me copy this command and go to VS Code. We are in the Webpack deployment folder, and here we will install Surge globally. Let's wait until it's complete. The Surge is installed successfully. Now we will start with the deployment. And before starting deployment, we need to make sure that our bundle is up to date with latest code. So always make sure that to run the npm run build command to update our bundle with latest code. Let's wait until it's complete. Yeah, we updated our bundle with latest code, and now we will start with the deployment. When we're deploying the changes with Surge, it is very simple. We just need to use the Surge command, and if you enter here, what it will do, it will basically collect all the files from our Webpack deployment folder and deploy those files to the server. But here we are using the Webpack, and our final bundle is present in the dist folder, right? And we just need to deploy this dist folder to the server. For that, what we will do, we need to use the -p flag here, and then we will give our folder name, that is dist. Let's hit enter. Yeah, it is basically providing the configuration here as I'm already logged in. So it's using my email address. But if you first time installing the Surge and hit this particular command, it will ask you to log in through your email address. You just need to enter your email address and password, and then you can continue with your project. Our project is in dist folder, and it's giving me one domain suggestion here. So here we can give any name of your choice. For that, let me go with Webpack static apps here. We need to make sure that it is ending with search.sh. If you want to go with custom domain, we can also go with that, but that will be a paid option. Yeah, here I have given the domain name, and let's hit enter now. Now it is giving me the number of files present in the dist folder, and it's starting our deployment. It uses the CDN to serve our file, and also providing the SSL to securely serve our content by using HTTPS. Now our deployment is successful, and it's giving us one domain name here, right? We can simply copy this and use this in browser to get our application on the server. Great, simple, right? We make here spelling mistake, but I think that is fine. We successfully deployed or published our application on the public URL, and now anyone can access it. And our application is working fine. Let me go to the explore page, look for more products, and then if you come to the home page, it is working as expected and smooth. Great, right? This is how we can simply deploy our application with Surge. Now, when we talk about the Surge, it is known for its simplicity, quick deployment, free hosting, simple command line interface, and it provides the global CDN to serve our content. Great, right? Now, if you talk more about the Surge, you can go to the official website and look for other options. As I mentioned, like we can add the custom domain, but it will be a paid. Then you can remember your domain name through the CLI or CNAME file. That means like when I first time deploy my changes, right? And if you are making any changes in the file again and try to deploy it, we can configure that with the CNAME, and it will remember your domain. Then you can add our custom 404 page. Then we can ignore the some file or directories. If you want to do that, we can have option to list all our directories or project, and you can have many more options. Finally, if you want to close our project or delete it, for that we need to use the search teardown command, and then we need to give our domain name. So let's try that as well. Yeah, the command is simple, and here we just need to give your domain name. So this will be my domain. Let me use it and let's see if we are able to delete our project. It, it took the entire URL, but we just need to focus on our domain name. Yeah, let's hit enter and it should delete our project now. Yeah, it successfully removed our project. And now if you go to the Chrome and look for our project, it should not be available. Great, right? This is how simple Surge it. One of the simplest option to deploy your static sites or static web apps to server. Finally, we can add some configuration about the redirecting of the pages, adding the error page in the search by using search.json file. If you are interested, you can try those options, but for now, we are good. Surge is an excellent tool for quickly deploying your static apps with minimal setup. I think that's all about how we can deploy the changes with the Surge. As a part of next video, we will see how exactly we can deploy the static websites with the help of next option, that is GitHub pages. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in next one. Till now, thank you. Bye.